Now that we've talked about how to work on a vertical surface and control our paints, I'm going to start to apply the paint to the eye to pull out the shapes and create the illusion of three-dimensional image here. I'm going to start off with Aurelian. I always try to use the largest brush I can for an area at first. Now that was wet paper right out of my bucket, and you can see I'm even getting dry brush strokes up there. Just going to soften a few of these edges here. You could start off with any color that you want. You don't have to start off with yellows. You could start off with your red or your blue, whatever. I just find that it's kind of nice for me to gently build up all of these values and colors. And I like warm paintings, and that nice undertone of warm is kind of nice for me. But if you like a cooler base, then certainly try working with a different layer first. When you use a brush that is made from natural man-made fibers, the problem with it is it's made out of basically plastic. And when you use a brush made from hair, it's a natural fiber that's absorbent. And so I'm able to come in and I'm able to lift out some of these nice areas. And I do this at first just to help me establish a nice value pattern so that I know where my lights and darks are. So already I've got two values just from putting one layer of paint down. You can't be too stingy with paint with this technique because I am wiping some of the paint off. But it works for me. Let's try a little bit of quinacridone gold. I want to put a little bit of green in there right away. So I'm going to get some of this Windsor green, just a tiny little bit because it's so strong, and I'm going to stick a little bit of yellow with it. So that's kind of limey color. I just don't want to pollute my yellow, so I'm trying to be very cautious and not get too much. There we are, there's kind of a nice green yellow color. And I'm just going to put that in right in here, just for fun. So if you see a color, sometimes it's kind of nice to exaggerate it. And just because I see it there, I want the colors in my painting to communicate with each other and have balance. So I'm just going to put some somewhere else too. It might not show too much at the end of the day, but at least I'll know that I've put it there and there's a little bit of that pigment somewhere else. The eye is just a wee bit too intense a green, so I'm just going to take a little bit of this red and just tone it down just a little bit, even though it's kind of nice that it's that green, but I think it's just a little bit too much. I like that a little better. So there is a demo of an eye.